Joe, what up, buddy? I didn't see if you stuck around yesterday. I was seeing you though, bro. In my mind. There it is. The lenses don't do that justice to your eyes. Right? Why is it that no camera can reproduce what you see? It's a nice morning. I'm gonna wait a minute before I start. But Qigong first, or, after a minute. I'm gonna get my coffee. 1 second. Got the bamboo flute. Oh. Try after. I just busted this out. It's been months. Well, Angie knows the story of the flute, but this is a difficult flute to play, and if I want you to hear it, like if I can't choose to play it, it just has to happen. That's basically it. So I wrote this 5 minutes ago. I think I have to put on a sweatshirt or something. Oh, shit. Did you see that? If you guys could hear me before. Can you hear me? It's fucking chili burrito. think I want to angle it this way. Well, okay. So let's do the Qigong. So it's 5,000-year-old, probably older, right? It's like how I like to think of it is it's the knowledge from the time before, that got left over. It is the little bit of knowledge that was saved from the time before. And if you guys don't know history, no one knows this history because everyone's taught fucking, a false chronology in school. And I know some of y'all didn't pay attention in school anyway. But there was a worldwide civilization right here on this planet before. It was completely wiped out. Tons of evidence in North America on the continent of advanced civilization, right? Not the Anasazi, right? Not the Cahokia, right? Mound builders, right? That is after. So this previous civilization was really advanced, and they had maybe a kind of technology that was something we can't even fathom, But in order to turn your body back on, right, to become whole, right, to not just use your left brain, to use its full capacity, there's this exercise that you can do, and you don't become super, but you do, right? You do. It's a subtle super, and it's a subtle energy, right? But when you hear the silence, that's when you can realize, right? You recognize that as above, so below, the principle of correspondence, right? Which is that this thing, right, this body cannot be divided out from the whole. And so when you let go of thinking this is who you are, right, then you become more, right? So become nothing and then be aware of everything. So Qigong allows you to hear that nothingness, right? And when you understand that there's nothing and thing are indivisible, right? Thing and nothing are a polar relationship. When you understand, I don't like that word understand because you're standing under, right? When you comprehend. I don't like understand either because that's just kind of like I'm woo, and it became faddish to say that. And you have to look, we have language, fucking, yeah, and understand that the language is designed to be spells, right? That it's just an approximation or whatever, but this is what we have, right? So you, the only way out is through, you begin where you are. understand that thing and nothing are a polar relationship, and you hear that nothingness, then this thing becomes everything, right? So let's do the standing. Feet shoulder width, right? Bend those knees so that when you look down like this, you can't see your toes, right? Turn the hips under, but don't flex your glutes. So in order to do that without flexing your glutes, you just push your lumbar out towards the back, right? So it's like you're making that curve in the bottom of your spine straight, right? And so then you think about your thoracic spine, which is your upper spine. Make that roundness in the upper part of your back by your blades, your shoulder blades, flat by pushing it forward, right? You drop your shoulders down, but you don't press them down. You just bring them down. And you flatten your back. You don't make a pinch between your shoulder blades. You just flatten that thing, right? So you don't go like this. You don't go like this. It's just right in the middle. And so this is the foundation of Kung Fu, right? This is Bruce Lee. This is what Ip Man, Bruce Lee's guy, his trainer, his mentor. This is what he did. Right? And his instruction is that this is the most fundamental part of building the foundation of your body. And it's easy but hard. So straighten that spine, drop the chin. Feel like your spine is being separated, right? The vertebra, right? Defy gravity, right? And eyes towards the horizon. You keep them open, right? This is meditation, but it's the kind of meditation that trains you to be in that state all the time. Meditation isn't a different thing if you have that state, right? State of mind. When you're just going about your business, right? Then you'll find that you're able to smoothly navigate that shit, right? So, and then hands like you're hugging a tree in front of your navel. Hands like you're hugging a tree in front of your navel. And so, we start here. We're going to do 3 breaths, but when you're when you're training on your own, when you're doing this on your own, you can do 5 breaths, right? 5 breaths, and then 5 breaths, 5 breaths, 5 breaths, 5 breaths, 5 breaths, and then you're done, right? But we're just going to do 3. So the breathing is from the belly, expanding the ribs, right? And you try to breathe in silently. So patience, right? Do this with me. And recognize this is what we do. We stand together. Don't just stand there. Stand together. Right? So I'm going to start. I'm going to stop talking. bet you guys were happy it's fucking done. But, it's a little chilly out here. Right, do that for 20 minutes. You'll find some shit out. You know? Garman, what up? That's the Qigong, man. That's how you connect this to this. So this isn't a self-help fucking page, right? No one can do it, right? This is a discussion about how if one can make a psychological transformation, then all of your interactions change. And so if we can all do that, then the whole pattern changes, right? And that's the problem with our civilization, is that everyone is operating from a divided position, meaning that they are separate. They're insisting that they're separate, right? And it's us against them, me against you, mine against yours, right? So that's what we've been doing as a civilization for the past, 7,000-8,000 years. And that was the fall, right? This is the event that created that. The beginning of that is, and excuse me if you're got these beliefs that are so rigid that this will trigger you, but this is how I interpret these fables, right, that we tell ourselves, that the fall of man is when we stopped operating in a natural rhythm and started operating in an artificial rhythm, which is a constructed, right, based on belief that we are separate. And so that creates an interaction pattern that when one, not you, not anyone, I'm not telling you anything. This is just, got to use words to say it. So this is how you say it with words. That when you operate from a divided position, that you're separate, when you insist that you are separate, your interactions reflect that. And so when everyone's operating that way, the whole aggregated pattern of our civilization creates an observable pattern. You just look in the past and see it. And it's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. Up, collapse, up, collapse. And so psychologically, we stay the same, right? We're still operating from a divided position, divided consciousness. And but the pattern continues, right? And so